just thought that it was a good idea to make a video talking about the things that I need to remember. It's October 3rd at 2:20 a.m. and I'm still dealing with the PTSD from what I just went through, and just finished watching Three Kings, which always makes me cry. So I think I'll just have to do this stream of consciousness because it's not like I have a list, although I probably should start one. Like I said on Twitter, movies like this remind me that I'm spoiled. It could be a lot worse. Of course it could. I say things like, I can't imagine anything more painful, and that's because I've lived a really privileged life compared to some around the world. And so I'm blessed to be able to say that this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I mean, you know, it's interesting because living in suicidal despair was worse. Still, even though I can't play that game. I can't play that game of what was worse. I can't do that. Especially now when it still hurts way too much. So I have to remember, I'm suffering to end all suffering. If there was any other way to end all suffering, I'd be doing that instead of this, but there isn't. This is the absolute highest possible outcome given everyone's free will choices. And so this is what it takes, and it could be much, much, much worse. What happened allowed me to process my fear of stepping into the spotlight, and it allowed me to demonstrate what God's forgiveness looks like, what my forgiveness looks like. Because, you know, you can sit there and go, well, my forgiveness is real, my love is real, all you want to, but I actually got to demonstrate it. This is what it looks like. Here I am forgiving you, completely forgiving you and embracing you, because that's what I will do if you come to me with love and remorse, the way the demons did. The demons bombarded me with waves of love and remorse and convinced me that all three of my crew had repented and had apologized, and that their emails were in my inbox. And yet my fear of success, I guess you could say, my fear of my destiny, kept me from opening the emails. And so instead I just operated under the absolute belief that those emails were in there, and I forgave my crew and hung out with them as if they were my friends for the first time, really. So I showed everybody that I'm for real, that my mercy is real, that my grace is real, my forgiveness is real. And then the demons pulled out their secret weapon and blew my heart to pieces. And then I had to demonstrate what God's rebuking looks like, what God's wrath looks like. And obviously I've demonstrated to the whole world why it's necessary. His love doesn't work. Forgiveness doesn't work. Miracles, synchronicities, and signs don't work. sometimes nothing works except the most horrendous, hellacious consequences of manipulated free will. So, God is love and wrath, just like that indigo on the beach with the van told me. God is love and wrath. And the conversation that he had with me to substantiate his claims was the Moses story. So that far back, God was getting me ready to hold this truth. So I've been given everything that it takes to win this holy war, to overcome this false Messiah, this horrific future, which of course their timeline is not sustained, but the holy war still has to be fought because souls still have to learn. The ones who aren't bowing to Christ have to learn to bow to Christ. They have to learn what happens when you don't. And so the world will now witness God's love and God's wrath. And I will always be in the exact right place at the exact right time, doing and saying the exact right thing to serve the highest good of all. So I have to just keep that in mind, and that needs to be my joy. The joy of the Lord is my strength. I don't want anything other than the highest good. I don't want to not be used to my full capacity, and I don't want to be wasted. So I want to be put to the highest possible use, and this is it. When I am bored and lonely and hurting, that is me being put to the highest possible use. The pain, it serves in all kinds of ways. It processes karmic pain for the planet, for humanity. It allows me to demonstrate how you deal with pain. It allows me to process things I didn't know were still in my own subconscious. And it shows people what I'm willing to do for this. Anything, of course. I mean, with what God has shown me, of course, there isn't anything else. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. Only a crazy person would care about anything else after knowing what's going on. It's too bad most of the world's crazy. And part of their craziness is to think I'm crazy. But that's my cover. That's my cover. It's what keeps me alive, safe, and invisible, and able to write the New Aquarian Bible, the Book of Love. And I've written it. That's a fact. It hasn't been put before. I mean, it has been put before the whole world. They're just not reading it. It's available. And when it's time, God will lead people to it. Because here it is. And it's never my responsibility to control what the outcome is of the actions that I take. It's not my business. My business is just to do God's will. And what anyone else does in response to that is not my business. Whether they do really good things or whether they do really bad things, not my business. And so I don't know how much people need. I don't know what God needs from me. I never know. I've never known, and I probably will never know that He'll get it from me, because I don't have any free will to get in the way of Him expressing exactly what He wants to do through me. I am the avatar. So, it's a constant reminding myself that it isn't about an outcome. It's never about an outcome. That's what I have to always let go of. I have to let go of that every single day, because there are certain outcomes that I would really like. And I pray every day that my actions will lead to those outcomes. But it's not my responsibility to create those outcomes. It's my responsibility to do God's will. And whatever comes out of that, not my business. So I have to release my attachment to any outcome and quit needing any outcome. Anything that happens doesn't matter. It does not affect what I'm going to do, because what I'm going to do is God's will. So these are some of the things that I need to remember and remind myself when things get hard. That's it. Tina, I love you.